Hey everyone, welcome to Master and Nut Garage. Today we're going over to my buddy's house, who's like 70 miles away. But it might be worth it. We might get to do like, you know, supercharged race car stuff. Also a starter. But supercharged race car stuff, pretty cool too. Here we go. And we are here. This is one of my buddy's houses. He lives out all the way in BFE, South Carolina. It's a real place, look it up. That's Jonathan. Say hi, Jonathan.
Hello.
And this is his car over here. It's what year?
06?
06 GTO.
Yes.
And it's got a hood scoop, also a supercharger.
Yeah.
And today we're gonna be doing a starter. Probably won't even film the starter job because
It's so glamorous, you just can't handle it.
yeah. But after we do the starter job, I think maybe we go on a test drive.
Well, of course, it's
To
the right thing
test
to do.
the starter.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so we're just gonna knock out the starter, and then we're just gonna go, test drive the starter.
I think the manual requires burnouts for the starter test.
Yeah. So according to the owner's manual, you have to do burnouts to make sure that the starter is good. So yeah, we're gonna throw this new starter in. It's a mini starter, and then we're gonna go do have fun burnout stuff. So before we get to like burnouts and testing of the starter, I want to just show you the starter. This is a mini starter, and if you don't know anything about mini starters, they're smaller.
They're mini.
One would say that they're mini. They're smaller than the factory starters, and they're usually pretty stronger. And the cool thing about these is they're kind of like universal, because it has this feature where you unlock these and this whole thing rotates in the bracket mount itself. And the reason being is if this interferes with something you have down there, like the block, oil pan, or something, you can clock this out of the way and make it fit just perfect. So we're gonna throw this new starter. It's pretty straightforward. We're gonna throw it into the car, and it's pretty straightforward. It has an ignition for the solenoid. It has an ignition for the solenoid, and then the main power wire, which powers up the motor itself. So
What is
we're
that?
gonna do. That's a little starter penis.
It's to entertain me. Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop.
We're gonna throw this in the
Are you
car.
not entertained?
We're gonna throw this in the car, and then we'll go test drive. So yeah, I know you're expecting burnouts and driving fast, but might as well make a note of this. We got the starter out, and yeah, that was the plan. But as you can see, when we tried to break loose the main battery cable to the starter, it broke the stud off, and it was still stuck in here, and everything was terrible, and everything sucks. He has long tube headers on his car, and it just makes it extraordinarily more difficult to remove a starter. We had to break loose the headers from the head. It's still connected down there by the collector, but we're gonna replace the header gaskets, the manifold gaskets, because you can see it's been leaking for a while. So since we're there, we're gonna replace it. We're gonna throw the new one back in and hopefully burnouts and driving fast. All right. So I had to stop because you know, for miles and miles, I see these, and most of you probably know what these are. These are actually vegan grave. So basically, you know, when a vegan dies, they want to go back to the earth, and they you know, bury him in rows. It's weird, but it's like the vegan thing to do, right? Well, they don't even plant anything, and these vegan trees start growing. And guess what the vegan trees grow? They grow tofu. And that's how we get tofu, basically, from, you know, vegan graveyards. And as you can see, these are like older vegans. So this is like the senior citizen vegan graveyard, and these are like, you know, vegans that probably, you know, passed away a little younger than those. So I stopped, and I wanted to give you a little bit of quick knowledge. Back to your regular scheduled programming. All right, so Jonathan's about to start it up for the first time after we replaced the starter. Whew. It's really hot in there. Here goes something. The best startup so far?
Oh yeah,
it doesn't start up like that.
It wouldn't start at all.
Wouldn't start
like
up.
The starter was totally done.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we fixed something. So we're gonna go, like, you know, test the starter now. So hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of test drive. We didn't do burnouts, like I said, but you know, he doesn't have legit plates on the car. So we kind of just went around the corner, back roads and stuff. But hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it was a little bit different, really didn't do any building or anything, but you know, maybe next time. If you like today's video, please like, share, and subscribe. And
subscribe!
Do what he says, especially.
You might have to edit that out. Sorry.
And Jonathan and me says, have a great week, or rest of your weekend, or whenever you're watching this.
Yes.
Till next time. Bye-bye then. And
subscribe!